Palander? Palander. Yes. But you can...
Anyway guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the secret to editing like Alen Palander.
This is going to be a comprehensive review.
My name's Tiffen.
Shut up!
So if you don't know who Alen Palander is, he's a very unique photographer. If you go check his Instagram out, you're going to find that he has his unique style of editing his pictures. Now it almost seems like it's just black and white or just black with a little bit of orange here and there. But if you try to replicate it, or if you just try to make the pictures black and white, you see that his pictures has these really rich black textures to black areas of his image. And I've been chasing the way or the method of trying to edit like him, and it's been such a difficult thing to achieve, and he does it so brilliantly. Now there are plenty of tutorials on his channel where he shows how to edit, but they don't really show you how to get that exact technique. All the editing tutorials are very general edits. Anybody can just like go ahead and do it, and I guess they don't want to give you all their secrets, and they want you to chase after it, probably because they spend years and years trying to learn it themselves, and they want us to learn the tools and try and figure it out on our own. But that being said, I think I finally came close to getting those rich black textures in my image. I'm going to put two pictures up right now, and as you can see, there are dark portions of this image, and then obviously there's the orange portions. And if you look at the roads have this rich blackness to them. It's like a really nice black, and I think this is how they do it, but I really don't know. This is me experimenting as well. So anyway, I'm gonna walk you through how I actually do this. Now to start off, you should just do what you normally do, get the exposure right in Lightroom, edit the shadows, the blacks, the whites, get all those dialed into the way you like it, and then move on to obviously the color or the HSL panel, where you can adjust the saturation and the colors and the hues of all the colors, and push maybe the greens towards the oranges a little bit more, and the the yellows towards the oranges, so you can, I guess, make the oranges pop a little bit more. But the key here is using the calibration section on Lightroom. That's where the magic happens. So on the calibration panel, you're going to see three hue sliders for the red primary. I think it's red primary, green primary, and blue primary. So you want to grab the hue sliders for the red and the green and push it towards the right to 100, right? And on the blue primary, you need to reduce the hue towards the negative side, and try and reduce it carefully so that you don't make the image muddy, but you push it a little towards the Alen Palander look. Palander. Gradually bring it down to a point where you're comfortable, or you think that the image looks good. Now, if don't overdo it, obviously you can make things really ugly and really muddy very quickly if you just go to town with the slider. Okay, at this point you're probably thinking, okay, that we're done. But if you look at the road and if you look at the dark areas, it hasn't got that really dark black, really nice textures, right? So this is the next step. How do we bring out the black? So how do we accentuate the blacks or the road in that image? Now, accentuate isn't a word I've ever used before. See, I'm taking things seriously. For the most important step, you have to bring it into Photoshop. Well, at least that's how I imagine, or I figured out how to edit this, right? A lot of you might not agree with it, but trust me, the final product is going to be pretty amazing. So you go ahead and do all the exposure and the basic editing on Lightroom, right click, and then go to edit and edit in Photoshop. And once it's on Photoshop, now you can make the magic happen. When I usually edit, I always cut out the subject onto a different layer, because I kind of like to edit it on a different layer, because all our skin tones kind of get messed up as you push the edit further and further. So I prefer to keep it on a different layer. What you want to do is add a black solid layer in between the subject layer and the background, right? Now once you've added the black solid layer, just go to the blending mode and change the blending mode to overlay. Now it's gonna look really ugly, but just concentrate on the road. That road is like it has a really nice dark black tone to it, and it also has the texture preserved a little bit as well. If you want to reduce the intensity to match your image, you can go ahead and do that with the opacity slider on the black solid layer. So mess with that, get the right amount of blacks, and now we just have to remove the black solid on the rest of the image. Now how do you do this? You do this using masks. So obviously you can see there's a white square next to the black solid layer on Photoshop. All you have to do is just click on that white square, use a brush tool and select the black color, use a black brush tool and just paint out all the areas where you don't want that black to reflect in your image. So once you do that and just keep the blacks on the road, then you have a really nice black rich textured road that Alen Palander uses in pretty much all of his really nice images. So yeah, that's it. That's how I figured out how to do it, and that's my way of doing it. I don't know if there's a much easier way of doing it. I've been going on the internet trying to look for tutorials, but you know, none really exists that comes really close. So this is the only method that I can perceive to be the answer. So you know, try it out, have fun with it. So I've edited 2 pictures so far with this method. It's on my Instagram. I'll also pop it up here if you guys want to go and check it out. And you know what, head to my Instagram page. You know, I'm engaging with a lot of people there. Check it out, and also, you know, subscribe to this channel, the YouTube channel. Like the video, guys, if you found this useful, and also share it. I appreciate it if you share this with, you know, your friends and family. And if you know people who are big Alen Palander fans, or if you like that aesthetic of how he edits his images, share this image. And